So I'm just doing my organization for the school year. I've got my logbook here, and I have my program binder from the CMAC, which is our curriculum choice for this year. We're a Charlotte Mason homeschool family. I have a first grader this year, which means she is a Form 1B student. And I want to show you guys our timetable. So a timetable is essentially just a schedule, and I formed the timetable based on our family's needs. So I looked at all of the lessons that my daughter needed to complete in a week, and I'm actually using a cheat sheet from the CMAC. This is called the Timetable Quick Sheet. And it has the requirements of everything that my daughter needs to complete this year by term. So it says Old Testament 2 times a week for 20 minutes, New Testament 2 times a week for 20 minutes, history, American history 1 time a week for 20 minutes, reading 4 times a week, 20 minutes, poetry once a week for 10 minutes and in the afternoons, geography, natural history. It has everything on here that is required of my daughter. So they actually have a sample timetable laid out on their website. I printed this off as a guide for myself, but I made our own. So that's what I'm going to show you today. This is our family timetable. And I'm gonna get a closer shot of it, but the family timetable literally is 10-minute increments of our day for a whole week. So it starts from the moment we wake up until the time we lay our heads down in bed. So I'm going to show you what this looks like, and hopefully you can get a little glimpse into what our day-to-day and our weeks will look like with a Charlotte Mason education with 1 Form 1B student and 1 Kinderleben student, which I'll explain in another video. Okay, so hopefully you can see my timetable here. So I just created this document in Google Sheets, and as you can see, I have our day starting at 6:30, and I have our morning time routine here, and then I also have all of our lessons, which are approximately 2.5 hours per day of reading, math, writing, drill, geography, history, natural history, all those amazing things. And our day actually ends at 11, and then we're doing what Charlotte Mason calls our afternoon occupations, including outside time, leisure, quiet occupations, and then we're doing different tasks in the afternoons. I have our handicrafts and our different like object lesson time and different things that we want to do in the afternoons. And we have piano practice daily per Charlotte Mason's programs. And then we also have the evening routine, which includes dinner, a family walk, and our bedtime routine. So I'm going to go through this step by step and kind of show you guys the bulk of it. I also created a document here in Google Sheets on just specifically the lesson timetable, so not the family timetable, but I'm actually following the family one. I switched around some of this stuff based on just our needs and wanting to order certain things in a certain way, so this one isn't completely updated. Okay, so our morning begins at 6:30, and again, you can see here we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the end. And I just printed this off, and I'm keeping a copy in my logbook, and I'm keeping a copy in my program binder. So here you can see in the morning, I'm waking up at 6:30. This is just for me. I have my Bible routine. I read my Bible every morning. I want to work out every morning. I'm not consistent with this yet. I've been doing great with my Bible routine, but I need to work out more often in the mornings. So that's my goal for this term. So by 7:30, the children are waking up and they are getting ready themselves, brushing their teeth, getting their clothes on, and doing their morning chores. So downstairs, one of the girls will unload the silverware from the dishwasher while I'm unloading the dishes, and then the other one will wipe down the counters. So they switch off each morning, and that is their 10-minute little chore for the morning. And then after that, we begin our breakfast time. So from 8 to 8:20, we are eating breakfast, and then that will kind of go into our morning time routine. So I have three main areas of our morning time routine. The morning time starts with our Bible routine. We have the Old Testament 2 times a week, the New Testament 2 times a week for 20 minutes. And then after we complete that, we are going into our recitation. So each term, my Form 1B student is memorizing and reciting an Old Testament verse, a poem of her choice, a New Testament verse, and then the hymn of her choice. So recitation just is basically memorization that comes naturally after reciting one of these 4 things so often in one term that the student just naturally starts to memorize those things. So it's really about how they're singing the hymn or the poem more so than the memorization of it. So after that, we move into the last part of our morning time, which is our beauty loop, is what I'm calling it. So we have on Mondays, we have our habit. So we'll discuss our habit. We're using Laying Down the Rails as our resource. And then on Tuesdays, we will do artist study based on the 3 artists that we've chosen, 1 per term. And then Wednesdays, we have our composer study, and we will listen to one of their pieces and discuss in our Truth, Beauty, Goodness notebook all of their works and their life, and read biographies on the composer once a week. And then for Thursday, we have our Solfege routine. So we'll be using Children of the Open Air. It's a free YouTube account. And so we'll just do 1 lesson from that per week on Thursdays. And then on Friday, we have our French song. So our modern language we chose is French. And so they will practice that song on Fridays as part of the morning time routine. So I call it a loop because if we miss one day of school for some reason, we will just pick back up on wherever we left off. So if we usually do composer study on Wednesdays, but we miss school, we'll pick back up on Thursdays and then continue on with solfege. So that way we're not missing any of our morning time beauty loop pieces. So moving into our core subjects, we'll start those at 9 o'clock. So this is all Monday down here. This is all Tuesday down here. This is all Wednesday, and this is all Thursday. And Fridays, we have nature study in the morning, so we don't have any lessons in the mornings. We'll be doing nature club. And then on Friday afternoons, when we get home, we'll do our brush drawing and the rest of our lessons. So that's a quick breakdown of the week. So if we look at Monday, we just have a reading lesson. I wanted to start the morning off on Monday morning with a reading lesson because I'm going to be doing a welcome message on just practicing sight words and CVC words, and that way we can start our week off with that. And then we'll move into geography using our elementary geography by Charlotte Mason book, and we'll use the sand tray for that as well. We have 10 minutes of French, and then 10 minutes of writing, and then we'll take a break because Charlotte Mason recommended that you do a few lessons of hard work and then you do some of the more exciting fun work like dancing, drill, or play. So we will be doing folk dances and country dances this year, and we'll pick one of those to work on once a week. So that will be our block of 30 minutes just to stretch our legs and maybe play or sing or do some sort of Swedish drill activity. And then at 10:30, we pick back up with our lessons on Mondays with our tales. We'll be reading 50 famous stories and the Aesop fables. And then we'll do brush drawing, and we'll end with math. So after that, we have lunch every single day starting at 11:10. Because we eat an early breakfast, my children are usually ready for lunch by 11. So we'll do our lunch. It's not really an hour. It's more like a half hour. Our lunch half hour. And then we'll listen to an audiobook during lunch. And after that, we'll spend some time out of doors. So we have, I blocked off 2 hours a day for a walk or a hike, whatever we feel like doing for that day. And that's on Monday through Thursday. So after that, on Mondays and pretty much most other days, we just end the afternoons with our leisure and quiet occupations. So this could be our handicrafts or a project that my daughters are working on that they want to pick up with. And then we'll do piano practice during that time or right at the end. And then I just set aside, with our afternoon occupations, I wanted to set aside some time for each one. I'm going to let this be kind of their choice on what they want to do. So I have handicrafts and an object lesson on Mondays. I have raffia work on Tuesdays, baking on Thursdays, and home and garden activities on Fridays. But if they have something they really want to work on one of those days, I'm not going to be super rigid on those. So going back to our core subjects, you can see I just kind of set up each day so that there's a few of those harder working subjects where they have to listen to a reading and then narrate, like geography, reading, and writing are paired together, and that's about 40 minutes of lessons straight, but they're short, succinct lessons. And then you have handicrafts right after that, so that kind of breaks it up. And then we're doing math after handicrafts on Tuesday, and we're doing dancing or drill or play after that. And then we're ending our Tuesday with the Burgess Birds book, which I'm very excited about for natural history. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays, it's the same exact thing. We've just got different subjects. So American history for our once a week, reading, writing, and French. And then we're taking a break with poetry tea time, so we get our poetry in there. And then we're going to do math, handicrafts, and some brush drawing on Wednesday. Same for Thursday, natural history, our fairy tales from Grimm, and then writing and reading. And then we'll take a break with drill, do some handicrafts, and some math. And that is the end of our Thursday. Like I mentioned, we have Friday is nature club in the morning, and then all of our lessons are short, but they are after our nature club in the afternoons on Fridays. So that is pretty much our schedule for the week. And then let's see. So after the afternoons, I have dinner prep in here. We usually start dinner around 5, and then we'll do family dinner, and then we usually walk our dog together if we have time, and then we do baths and read aloud before bed. So I just put a few notes for myself on things that I want to get done after bedtime. These are just goals. I'm not following it to a T or anything. And then I have homeschool prep on Sunday nights. So yeah, this is our timetable. It's not completely done. I'm sure as we start out term 1, I will move things around, and I may need to adjust some of our lessons here and there. But overall, I'm happy with it. I can't say that I didn't spend a lot of time on it. I spent a ton of time on this, but I will share it on my website if you need some ideas for your Form 1B student on how to structure your days and your weeks. One thing I wanted to note too, I have the weekends here, Saturday and Sunday. On Saturdays, we usually do a family hike in the morning, and we do lunch out. And then Charlotte Mason did do a 6-day week, so she had brush drawing, reading, math, and then handicrafts on Saturdays. So I incorporated that because we usually have a pretty open Saturday. And my husband will actually be doing Paper Sloyd with her on Saturdays as their special things. So I have that slotted here for about 20 to 30 minutes once a week. And then we have our family dinner together. And then Sundays is the same. We've got our Sunday reading block, some rest, family games, just kind of a relaxed weekend, but incorporating different Charlotte Mason methods throughout the weekend too, because after all, it is a lifestyle. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope this was helpful to you. And if you have a timetable that you created, I'd love to see it because I love seeing other people's timetables. I looked at a ton while I was making this one, just from the CMUC website. But let me know if you have any questions, and I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching.